Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode, and as usual I've got some stuff to show you. Pretty good week overall. Found a couple items in stores which I'll show you, and then I got some sweet mail. So I got 3 MiniGT. We are going to take a look at those and open those up of course in the second segment of the video, but we got this guy right here, this Nissan, and then we also got this Land Rover, the Red Bull livery, and then this yellow, Austin yellow metallic BMW M4. So those three, we're going to check those three out in the next segment. So that should be fun. I also got an Auto Art Porsche 996 Cabrio, and Auto Art's kind of an interesting 1/64 scale stuff. It just, they're kind of hard to come by because they're like way discontinued. I don't know even really when they were out. I'm just trying to look at for a date somewhere on here, and yeah, I don't really see anything. Usually you'd have some sort of copyright date year, but I don't see it at all. Anyway, you got to find them on eBay if you want anything. So. And a lot of times people are asking an arm and a leg for them, so that's too bad. We'll do store stuff last. Oh, One Stop Diecast. Got this guy in the mail. Thank you, One Stop Diecast, for sending this to me to show you guys. So this is really awesome. This is actually the third one in the Racing Legends series. There are going to be a total of 12 cars, right? I think 7 of the 12 have been announced, I think. Maybe more, but this is the third one in the series. This is my favorite one so far. This is pretty sweet. So we're going to open up this in the next segment of the video and check it out up close. Another square body for the fleet. But this one, I mean, these One Stop Diecast exclusives are just fantastic. This is a really good idea. I've talked about this a couple times. Each time that I've had a truck to show you, I've talked about it. They're just really cool. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open up that in the next segment. In other Auto World news, I got this guy. I shared this to my Instagram page from SC Diecast / Oldies Junkie 77 on eBay. But they're local-ish to me, and we worked out a deal for one of these at the last local meet, and they mailed it to me. So I just got it yesterday. And happy to check this one off the list. Now, I don't know. So these came in yellow and orange. They're Mio exclusives. The regulars are limited to 3,000 pieces. I honestly am not 100% certain on if it's the same car for each card art. I don't know for sure. This is the yellow one. I think there's an orange one, right? And I think the card art's slightly different, but I think the car is the same. If anybody knows that for sure and can confirm that for me, I would appreciate it. So I only have this one, and I think there is literally no difference between the Ultra Red on this card or the Ultra Red on the other one. I don't think there is. But somebody let me know. We'll probably just open this in the next segment. We'll see. I've got another Ultra Red too that I finally checked off the list, and that is this beautiful thing right here. I am not going to open up this one in the next segment, and the reason for that is that this completes, finally, License Premium Release 2 for me. Now I have all the Ultra Reds from that release. It's a tough one to get all the Ultra Reds for. What we're going to do is I will do a video on that series, because as I always collect the last Ultra Red needed for the series, I do a video for the series. So I got 2 of those coming up. I've got 2020 Release 4 I still have to do a video for, and then I will do a video for this License Premium Release 2 series, and we will check that out. So how long did it take me to complete this? Well, this series came out in, I believe, 2014. So it's been a long time. I wasn't collecting Auto World, of course, back then, so I wasn't really attempting to complete the series, but it took me a long time to finally check this piece off. It pops up every once in a while on eBay. Usually people are asking a lot of money for it. This was an auction. I did bid, pretty high for it. and I got it because I just wanted to get it done. I wanted to get this thing checked off. I'm done being patient on it, so we went ahead and we pulled the trigger. So I'm happy to have that, and again, we will, you'll get to see it opened in another video. All right, next is store stuff. And what I found at the store was just some Matchbox. I did find some Hot Wheels too. I think I'm going to show those in some other video. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm way behind in showing all these. I realized actually too, I found a lot of like new Matchbox over the last, I don't know, so far this year. I haven't really shown any of it. I may just do like a Matchbox Kraken video and we'll just look at all of it. But we might open a couple of these items here today. Namely, we'll open this one, moving parts, the Honda S2000, found one of those. And then I found from the Retro series at Target, I finally found the 75 step-side Chevy. So that's pretty cool too. So I picked her up. Picked up the pick 'em up. So got that. And then I found the latest case of Matchbox. I think this is the latest case. So we got a 2019 Mustang, we got a Porsche 911, Carrera Cabriolet, which I think is pretty close to the same car as this. So we will definitely open up that. And Land Rover Gen 2. So those three found. I think this is a new casting, right? The Chevy Nova, the Dodge Swept Side pickup, and the 76 Honda CVCC in white. So I found those. We might open up all this depending on what we have time for. The MGB GT Coupe, the Mini Countryman, and the Nissan NV van. Found those three. And then this one, I don't know if it's from the same case or not. I found this at a different time. This is the 2018 Ford Mustang convertible in black. So that guy. And that's it. So that's what I found this week, or that's what we've added to the collection this week. Let's go ahead and flip the camera around and take a peek at some of the stuff up close, get some of it out of the packaging, and check her out. So stay tuned. All right, so let's start by taking a look at this beautiful Chevy truck in the one-stop diecast exclusive Racing Legends series number 3. Really, really cool Army snake vehicle. This thing is just cool looking. You can see the funny car there on the side. The cool thing is I actually have the Hot Wheels one. This was from the original Drake strip Demons, I believe. So that is a neat little pair right there. We're going to go ahead and get this, of course, out of the package. Here's the Fast Facts. The first Army car with Youngblood's iconic Army paint scheme was a Vega that ran in the 1974 Winter Nationals. Today, the Army Cuda can be seen at Don Garlett's Museum of Drag Racing. So, pretty neat. Packaging's cool on these. Just a really cool retro look. You can take a look at that if you want to read that. If you are interested in these trucks, a bunch of different hobby dealers have them. Of course, you can go right to One Stop Diecast, and they have them. So, the first 3 releases are out. I don't know if they're still selling subscriptions, but you could subscribe to getting all 12 cars. They're releasing one per month, basically. There's another one coming out soon. That's going to be the Fighting Irish, I believe, is the next one. And very, very cool. So everybody loves this Chevy square body pickup casting. And this is just kind of a really cool and unique way to do a hobby exclusive. I really, really, really like this series. So, fantastic. I really want to get all of the vehicles I can to complement the trucks. I think that would be really cool to do. I think this is really, though, the only one that I do have that matches a truck was this guy, and I already had this in my collection. So, very neat to have that pair. Let's go ahead and get this out of the package. And check her out. So there she is. And she's cool. Very, very cool. Again, just an awesome idea. Fantastic. Oh, I like how it says snake on the plate. That's really cool that it has a graphic on the plate. Just fantastic. The graphics look pretty clean, look really good. Just like a little scratch, something back there, but other than that, yeah, other than that, it looks good. Tailgate goes down and up. The hood, of course, opens on this as well. There she is. So just very awesome. Then look at this pair together. The only thing that's a little weird about it is this one's like more of like a cream color, like off-white, and this one's definitely like more of a stark white. They both look really good. You notice too that the graphics on this Hot Wheels is like super crisp and clean, and it's like glossy clear coated over, and it just looks really good. Way better than the premium Hot Wheels of today, because this was a different printing process that they used on these cars. I don't know if it was more expensive or something like that, and that's why they stopped using it and went to like the more, I don't know, they have like a dot matrix kind of look to them right now, and I think they're trying to improve that. But anyway, the Drag Strip Demon series really saw the best tampo action. Oh, and I have a little flea bite. It's actually like some weird like printing or something on there. It appears to be like under the clear, which it is, whatever. This car is really cool. I'm glad to have it in my collection. I think I got this thing actually really cheap too. So, which these cars are not cheap when you're trying to find the original Drag Strip Demons series. But yeah, truck, absolutely fantastic. Glad to have it in my collection. So I actually got one from One Stop Diecast. I ended up getting another one from another hobby dealer just because I wanted to keep one carded. I'm going to try to have two of each one, just to have a carded series of these. I don't know why. I just hoard stuff, you know, especially when it comes to Auto World and cool stuff like this. So just very neat. Very, very neat. And hope you guys like that. All right, next. Actually, let's stick with Auto World for just a second. Let's just do this. I was going to save this maybe for a Free the Piece Friday like I do on a lot of Auto World Ultra Reds, you know, but we see a ton of them on there. This is a pretty good looking Ultra Red. This is like one of those cases where the red tires actually look pretty good. You know, normally I'm not a huge fan of the colored tires on chases. But in this case, I think it works pretty good. So we're freeing the piece on that one. Plus it comes with a box, which is fantastic. Love that. And then here is the Ultra Red. These were going for some crazy money on eBay. I think they still probably are. Pretty desirable piece. I don't know what the deal is. You know, quality control. There's issues with this casting with the wheels going on straight. I'm not sure why or what's different about these than other wheels that Auto World has in its arsenal, but I've seen a lot of this casting with this wheel that has some sort of crooked wheel issue. So I don't know what's going on with that. The front ones are perfect. This one side actually, despite the wobble that you see there, looks pretty good. And then it's just this one wheel here that is not on straight. And you got to be careful trying to like push these on or straighten them out, because you could break the axle right through the front of the wheel, and then that would be unfortunate because it would be very tough to replace. So, and this one is just not cheap. I was lucky enough to be able to do a partial trade for it with an M2 Chase that I had found in store. So I got a really good deal on this, and I am happy to have it in the collection and check it off. So very, very cool. It looks really neat too. You've got Ultra Red tires, Ultra Red base, Ultra Red body, and a red interior. I don't know. I should have looked, and I didn't. To what the regular cars, the color of the interior. And just looking underneath here, just to check. Anyway, cool piece. Glad to have it in the collection. Glad to check that Ultra Red off. Next, let's look at MiniGT. My other favorite brand, really, is MiniGT. As far as the premium stuff goes, these guys are my favorite. The premium import stuff, we'll call it. And I should have opened these up beforehand. So these are available from overseas sellers with in this box like this. Or you can get them, and I'm just going to open up all these real quick. Or you can get them when they come out as Mio exclusives. And I don't know. I'm still confused. Some of them will come out as a Mio exclusive. Some of them will never come out as a Mio exclusive. Some of them will only come out as a Mio exclusive, it seems. A few models. So, which would make them truly exclusives. Some of them come out both ways. I don't know. I don't know how limited they are. The Mio ones will tell you how limited they are, but the ones for the worldwide market do not. They're not numbered or anything like that. And they just come in the boxes. They don't come in a clamshell. So you can't see the actual car in these until you actually take it out. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We got the Land Rover Defender 110, Red Bull Luca, number 110 there. That's kind of cool. 110 for a Land Rover 110. So let's go ahead and open it up. I don't understand MiniGT's numbering system either. So if someone knows what the deal is with that, let me know. Oh, man. This casting is just impressive. So I'm going to say this is really cool. It's not as cool, in my opinion, as the Camel Trophy one. Just because the Camel one's a little bit better livery, and I think it was slightly more detailed. I think it had a little bit more accessories on it. But this is really awesome. I mean, how detailed can you get? A couple of fragile pieces, but they feel pretty solid. We got a trailer hitch on this one. I don't know if there was a trailer hitch on the other. So that's kind of neat and curious. I'm wondering if they're going to come up with some trailers for these things. MiniGT, made in China. Yeah, I do have a gripe about that. They should put the name of the vehicle and maybe like a release date, something on the bases of their cars. I wish they would do that. That's really a minor gripe, but pretty cool. The headlights are an inserted piece, and then it looks like it has like a reflective thing in the back of the insert. But just fantastic amount of detail. Looks really good, as you would expect from MiniGT. The next one we'll take a look at is this BP Nissan Skyline 1993 Japan Touring Car Championship. Pull that one out of the box. The box looks really cool. The newer artwork. Looks good. Go ahead and pull this out. Another one of these castings to add to my collection. I've got, I don't know how many different variations of this Skyline that I have in my collection, but I have a few. I only got one of the Calsonic ones, and they put those out, I think, in a ton of different, slightly different liveries or whatever, slightly different race cars. Anyway, this BP one I had to get because it looks really awesome. This green and yellow. Zippo, BP, Landmark, and just take in the details. Hey, you see this one? They got that there. Why don't you got it on the bottom of the Land Rover? What's the deal with that? Are they starting to do it with the newer cars? Maybe. I think this is probably a newer produced release because it's in the newer looking box. I don't know. But these things are just little gems. These MiniGTs. Just super cool. And I say this every time I open one up. I'm like, gosh, should I go back and try to get all of them? But why? I don't need to do that. But I'm tempted to because they're just so awesome. It'd be cool to have a complete Mini GT collection. And it wouldn't be, I mean, it would be kind of expensive, but it wouldn't be super difficult to do. They don't, you know, they're not like Hot Wheels where they put out, 400, 500 different cars a year. So, I don't know. Let's go ahead and get this BMW. So, this is the older style box here. And this Austin Yellow Metallic, which is a great color for a BMW. I love this color. And I was excited to see this Mini GT then in real life and see how they emulated it. Whoa. It is bright. I don't know how that's translating on camera, but it's a lot brighter than I thought it would be. And it looks really good. But got a few versions of this casting as well. I think this is the best color, though, that I have of it. I think I have it in red and blue. Yeah, I think red and blue. And here we get it in this yellow. So Mini GT, if you guys are not familiar, again, no name or anything on the base. So you're going to get a metal body, a metal base. You're going to get rubber tires, and I think it's metal base for everything. Yeah, even the Land Rover. There might be a couple of things that might have plastic parts, like the bigger trucks, like the Actros trucks and stuff like that. I'm not sure. I don't have one of those in my collection yet, unfortunately. Should get one. You're going to get inserted details typically for your headlights, taillights, all that good stuff. So the typical premium stuff, but you don't have all of the trappings of the premium diecast, meaning you typically don't have a lot of fragile parts. They usually roll quite smoothly and beautifully, unlike a lot of other premium diecast brands like Inno and Tarmac and stuff like that. And so far, and I know no company is perfect, but I have had really good luck with my Mini GT products. And you can't see these cars until you pull them out of the box, especially if you get the non-Mio exclusive ones. And I've had really good luck with the quality on them. I don't think I've had one car that has had an issue so far out of the, I don't know, I have probably like almost 50 of these things now. Somewhere to that effect. I'm just looking at my carrying case right now and kind of trying to figure out the math. But yeah, I'd say about 50 of them or so. And every one of them is beautifully done. So very impressive. Mini GT started out slow to me because they had that, I think they started with that Honda Civic casting, and I'm not a big Honda Civic guy. So I wasn't really, insanely into that. And really when they started, I think it really started for me when they started putting out like the Pagani, the Senna, the GTR I think was one of the first ones I ever got. But yeah, they just do really cool stuff, and they've got a lot of cool stuff coming on the horizon. So always excited to see new Mini GT, and always excited to add this stuff to my collection. It's just beautiful, and it's pretty affordable too in comparison to a lot of other premium brands. So they are just winning, in my opinion. All right, next we will peek at this Auto Art. Now, this is more of a defunct 164 scale brand. They make stuff in 118 scale, I believe, still. The bigger scale stuff. They dabbled in this 164, and it's kind of weird because you don't always get the same thing with these castings. Like this one, I can already tell, I think has plastic tires, and it has graphical details for the headlights and taillights. So that's not what you always get with these. Oftentimes you will get, rubber tires, you'll get inserted headlights and all that stuff, and sometimes you won't. Sometimes you get a combination of the two. It's different depending on the casting. But anytime I see an Auto Art 164 scale come up at an affordable price, or a cheap enough price for my budget, I go ahead and grab them, because I'm kind of trying to get examples of like all the castings they put out, sort of. And I know it's going to be very difficult because some of them, every time they come up, they're just really, really expensive, and others not quite so much. But here is the Porsche. And yes, it does sport plastic wheels. It has a plastic base, I believe. Or is that metal? That's a hard plastic, I think. And then, of course, graphical details for heads and tails. Fairly detailed interior. Lots of molding detail in there. It's plastic tires, so it rolls fantastically well. And all in all, it's a nice little detailed model to go with my auto art collection, which I've got for auto art. I think I've got maybe only like, I'd say I think less than 10 different models for auto art. So always glad to add another one. I've got 2 Bugattis, which are probably like the creme de la creme of these auto art models. Those things go for really expensive prices, and I've got 2 out of the 3 available colors, so that's fantastic there. But yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead now, because we got that. Let's open up the Matchbox. Here's your Matchbox Porsche. Now, auto art is probably pretty close to true 1/64 scale, I would guess. Here's your Matchbox. You can see how much bigger it is. Stance is a little weird in comparison as well. Lower that a little bit. There's where we talk about detailing in the molding for the interior. How much bigger the Matchbox is. Just looks kind of silly compared to it, but still though, Matchbox does a great job at their vehicles. This is $1, right? It's not going to be true 1/64 scale. The copyright date on this is 1998, so this model's been out for a long time. And you know, it still looks okay. So, I don't know, did they put the scale on the bottom? That's what I was looking for. Sometimes they do put scale on the bottom. I don't know how accurate it is, but they do put it on there. Definitely larger than 1/64 scale. Definitely probably close to 1/64 scale is this auto art. So, pretty cool little comparison there. Next, let's open up. Let's just get this guy open. This little truck. Well, of course, this thing was popular, so it was kind of tough to find at first because locals were picking it up. And finally, I found it. It's cool. Step-side Chevy, square body. Of course, people are digging it. People are digging it. And not quite 1/64 scale. This would be somewhat of a fair comparison. Height-wise, right on. Width-wise, not. Length-wise, fairly close. Just need some girth. Sunroof. That's cool. Nice design on this one. I think it looks really good. So that's a cool little pickup. Digging that. What else should we look at quick? I guess I'm going to save. Well, no, I'm not. We're going to go ahead and open up this S2000 in this creatively done Matchbox moving parts basic packaging, which I don't know why people are hating on it, but it's just packaging. Just open it up and throw it away. Looks pretty good. I think this is a new casting, right, for this lineup or whatever. It's not. No, it came out in the premium one right before. Was that it? Somebody let me know. Yeah. Nice detail in there. I like how it has inserted details for the headlights, which are actually part of this plastic glass piece. So good use of parts there. Back looks good. And does the hood close solidly? Yes, it does. Although we got some paint flakage on the side of it. I don't know if I just did that. Oh, that's how it was in the package. And when you close it, some paint stripped off the corner. I did buy 2 of these, so, but I don't think that's enough for me to really want to replace it in the collection. But it does shut nice. It's a good looking little basic model. And these are fairly inexpensive too. I mean, they're like, what, $2.50 or something like that? So not bad. Not bad at all. Should we open a couple of other Matchboxes? I think we will. I think we're going to open up... let's see here. We got... The Nova's a new tooling, right? So we should open up that. That's a new tooling too, I think. Yeah, that one's not. Yeah, I think we'll just open up these 2. We're going to open up this guy here. It kind of looks like a blue sapphire when they were doing that. So this is the 1979 Chevy Nova. Picked card art looks really good. Cool looking car. And let's go ahead and open it up. So this is a brand new tooling. And I've said it time and time again, but as far as basic models go, Matchbox just is doing a great job. This one's got white on the front. I wish, of course, in a perfect world, they could forego these stripes and detail the front and the back. That would be the only thing I would say that would make it better. The color is nice. I really like the color of it. Here's your information on the bottom there. It's just a good looking little car. Quite good looking. And then the next is this weird thing, this 57 Dodge swept side pickup. I can honestly say I didn't know that such a thing existed. A bed of a pickup with like pointy fins. What is the deal with that? Card art looks good, as usual. These Matchbox, the newer Matchbox card art, I think looks fantastic. Much better than some of the older design. Let's go ahead and open it up. And take a look at this swept side. So this is your swept side. Dodge. Weird looking pickup truck. I mean, I guess it looks nice. It's kind of an odd cream color with the red sides. I guess that's era appropriate. And new casting. So pretty cool. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Diecast Weekly. We did look at some cool stuff here, of course. Honestly, my favorite of the week is actually this guy, for sure. I mean, aside from the MiniGT is great too. It's really hard, but you know, I'm actually almost more excited to get this in the collection than get this. This is just like kind of checking off another Ultra Red that I just needed to get to keep my collection as complete as possible for Auto World. It does look mean, it's cool, and all that good stuff. I'm glad I was able to add one. The wonky tire is a little weird, but man, this is just super cool. And so this little pair here is really neat. And then of course all the MiniGT is fantastic, all 3 of them. The Red Bull, that guy, and that guy. And actually my favorite of the 3, believe it or not, is just this basic BMW. So it's just good. So all right, thank you guys very much for watching. You guys have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.